In an unforeseen twist to the political narrative, David Cameron, the former Prime Minister, has made a startling return to the UK cabinet. A move that has left political pundits and the public alike scratching their heads. Yes, you heard it right, Cameron. The man who was once at the helm of the nation has been appointed as the new Foreign Secretary by the current Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak. This appointment is not just surprising, it's unprecedented. Why, you ask? Well, for starters, Cameron is a non-lawmaker. It's extremely rare for someone outside of the legislative body to be given such a senior government post. To add to the peculiarity, it's been decades since a former Prime Minister held a cabinet job. But Sunak's bold move doesn't stop there. This reshuffle has seen the controversial figure, Home Secretary Suella Braverman, replaced by James Cleverly. Braverman had been under fire for her hardline stance on immigration and her criticism of liberal social values. So what does this all mean? Is it a desperate attempt by Sunak to reset his faltering government, or perhaps a strategic move to bring the divided Conservative Party together? Only time will tell. For now, one thing is certain. Cameron's return marks the re-emergence of a leader who was brought down by the Brexit referendum in 2016. Cameron's appointment is just one part of a larger governmental shake-up. The reshuffle has sent ripples through the political landscape, with the firing of the divisive Home Secretary Suella Braverman taking centre stage. Braverman, known for her hardline stance on immigration and her criticism of liberal social values, had been under significant pressure to step down. Her controversial remarks accusing the police of being too lenient with pro-Palestinian protesters had drawn widespread criticism, adding fuel to the fire. Replacing Braverman is James Cleverly, a figure who, compared to his predecessor, is seen as more moderate. His appointment marks a shift in the political direction of the Home Office, potentially indicating a broader strategy of tempering the government's image in the face of criticism. But what's the motive behind these changes? Many political observers believe that this reshuffle is an attempt by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak to reset his faltering government. The Conservative Party has been trailing behind the opposition Labour Party in opinion polls, a situation that could threaten their grip on power. The reshuffle, therefore, could be seen as more than just a change of personnel. It's a strategic move, a calculated gamble to rejuvenate the government's image and regain public trust. The return of David Cameron, a seasoned political veteran, coupled with the replacement of controversial figures like Braverman, might just be the shake-up the Conservative Party needs to regain its footing. In politics, however, nothing is certain. Whether this move will pay off or further complicate the political dynamics remains to be seen. What is clear, though, is that this reshuffle has marked a new chapter in British politics, one that will undoubtedly shape the country's future in the years to come. The Conservative Party's recent trailing behind the opposition Labour Party in opinion polls indicates that this reshuffle could be a strategic move. However, Cameron's return to the cabinet is not without its controversies. His re-entry into the political arena has been met with a mix of shock, suspicion, and even, in some quarters, outright disdain. The reason behind these reactions? The baggage of his past. A key point of contention is his involvement in the Greensill affair. After leaving his post as Prime Minister, Cameron took a job with the now collapsed Greensill capital. His role there has been mired in controversy, with accusations of unethical lobbying practices that have raised serious questions about his judgment and integrity. This scandal, fresh in the public memory, casts a long shadow over his return. It's an unwelcome reminder of the potential pitfalls of politicians transitioning into private sector roles, and the blurred lines that can occur between public duty and personal gain. But the baggage doesn't stop there. Many Conservative MPs, especially those elected in 2019, view Cameron with a degree of scepticism. They remember his role in initiating the Brexit referendum and the subsequent fallout when his bid to remain in the EU failed. For them, Cameron's return is a step back into a past they'd rather leave behind. It's a reminder of a time of division and uncertainty that many feel the country is just beginning to move past. And let's not forget the opposition. Labour members have reacted to Cameron's appointment with a mix of incredulity and indignation. They see it as a sign of desperation, a move by a faltering government to bring back a figure who, in their view, has already shown his inability to lead effectively. While Cameron's international connections and prior experience may prove valuable, the baggage he carries from his past could pose significant challenges. The political landscape is rife with speculation as Cameron assumes his new role. His appointment has certainly stirred the pot, and as we tread into uncharted territories, there is an air of anticipation that hangs heavy. Cameron's return could potentially swing the pendulum in favour of the Conservative Party, bringing with it a renewed sense of unity and purpose. However, this isn't without its fair share of challenges. With Cameron at the helm of foreign affairs, the UK's international relations will likely see a shift, potentially impacting trade agreements, alliances and diplomatic relations. His previous stances on Brexit, coupled with his extensive international connections, may guide the country's foreign policy in a new direction. But it's not just about international politics. Back home, the Conservative Party will need to navigate the rocky terrain of party unity. Cameron's appointment has been met with mixed reactions, and the party will need to rally together to leverage this change. As the dust settles on this unexpected reshuffle, only time will tell the true impact of Cameron's return to the cabinet. The road ahead is fraught with uncertainty, but one thing is clear: the political landscape of the UK is set for some interesting times ahead.